Well, hello everybody and welcome to my channel, Karen. I am Karen, and today I have for you stories from the grocery store. So don't be frightened. So this story is from the first store that I worked at, and this incident happened probably 3 weeks into the store opening. Now this store was really an anticipated store. In the city I lived in, we had an upper town site and a lower town site, which was the downtown. And the upper town site didn't have a lot of amenities. Like most of the grocery stores were in the lower town site. So people who lived in the and most people lived in the upper town site, so you had to go to the lower town site to do your grocery shopping. And so this store opened up in a brand new complex in the upper town site, so everybody was really excited about it and really were happy that there was going to be another grocery store in the upper town site. So that was really great. So we had a lot of people coming to our store just for that reason alone. And this story happens about 3 weeks after the opening of this wonderful store. So it's a brand new building. We were one of the first tenants in there, and we had the store on the first floor, and on the second floor we had the staff room, washrooms, and the store office was on the second floor. The stairwell to get into the staff room area was a common stairwell because there was offices on the second and the third floor of this building, and people would be using that stairwell from, I think, the third floor. You could access it from the third floor, so they'd be using that stairwell. So we had to have a key pass to get from inside of the store to inside of the stairwell, and then another key pass on the second floor where we entered the staff room and stuff, because common stairwell. So you entered the store, and then you walk through the entire store to get to and through the pharmacy to get through the door to enter the stairwell. Well, if you were coming from the parking lot, there was a fire escape into this stairwell that was not alarmed. They didn't alarm it. So people could walk down from the third floor or the second floor for us to go out that stairwell. So they didn't alarm it. But almost from the beginning that store was open, we were told that we are not allowed to use that stairwell, that fire alarm. We could use the stairwell, but we couldn't go out that fire escape because that was just not allowed. So you'd have to go in and out through the pharmacy door to enter the stairwell, to get upstairs to your locker, to get your coat off and stuff. That's where we hung our coats and stuff. So that was all fine. All of us listened to that, even me, which is a surprise. But then as the week and the 2 weeks of the store being opened progressed, the managers started using the fire escape so that they could go out, and because there's a McDonald's in this shopping plaza, so they would run across the street to McDonald's and use the fire escape to get in and out of the office, or go for a coffee run, so they didn't have to walk through the entire store. They just went through the fire escape. So that's fine, but the staff were still not allowed to use that fire escape. So this was going on for probably about 3 weeks. Maybe a month, I don't know. And I was walking down the stairs from my break to go back into the store, and in front of me was the bakery manager, and in front of her was one of the part-time cashiers, a younger girl, probably between 16 and 18. And so this girl, she decides to use the fire escape, because you go out that fire escape and you're out of the shopping plaza. You're walking, or your car could be right there, or your parents could be picking you up from outside. So going out that fire escape probably saved you, a good 3 minutes walking through the store, 3 to 5 minutes, depending if you stop and look at things. So the bakery manager says, you're not allowed to use that door. And I'm like, well, why? Of course I had to say something. And I said, well, why? The managers are all using it. I see Mitt going out there to have a smoke all the time. And all the smoking managers were using that. And every manager. I saw Mitt use it. I saw Da use it. I saw the produce manager, Tam, use it. I saw them all use that door. So why couldn't the staff use it? Why couldn't that cashier use it? And I said, and she says, because Mitt said we were not supposed to. That's what the bakery manager said to me. Mitt says we're not supposed to. And Mitt's the store manager. manager, and what he says goes. And I said something like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would he be creating distinction amongst who we're supposed to be team members, right? All the propaganda or printed material or all the movies that we watched during our orientation said that we were all team members. Well, then why is this manager creating distinction amongst us, where the managers could use this fire escape that was not alarmed, and the common staff could not? So my produce manager came to talk to me, Tam came to talk to me about this, and he had told me that all of the managers were scared of Mitt because he was the one who controlled their performance reviews, and they didn't want to cross him. If Mitt said no one's going to use that door, then no one's going to use that door. So from that day forward, I began to use that door because that's just ridiculous. First of all, that's a common area of the building, and he has no control over that. So, but because he was that type of person who felt he needed to have control over people to make him feel bigger or something, I have no idea because I don't think like that. He totally said nobody can use that stairwell except the managers. So there was a meeting, they have a weekly managers meeting, and at that meeting, I guess the stairwell was discussed, and I guess it was decided that, yeah, we can let the people use the stairwell. So here this manager is creating a situation, an incident, some sort of problem where no problem needed to be, because he's just such a horrible manager. You know, people say that you don't, I've read so many quotes about how to be a good leader, and this man was not a good leader. And he has been promoted within the company, which just baffles me because he really was such a poor manager. But I believe he's a really good suck-up. So that's probably why Mitt has moved up within the company. No respect for the man totally at all. He's, I don't know, just... I have no respect for the man at all because of how he treats people. And I have another good story about how he treated a good friend of mine within that store, and that was not good. But that is my story from the grocery store this week. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a very strange place to work with all these strange rules about where you could walk into and where you could walk out of, and yeah. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it interesting. Let me know if you guys have any stories from the grocery store. I'd love to hear them. So like and subscribe, share me with a friend, because you know I'd love to meet them. Thanks again.